Hello, this is Palico Padge and welcome back to another episode of the Curious Expedition with mods. We're currently playing with the character mod Gary for Fallout 3 and well, we're on Expedition 3 of 6. I feel that although I have made some mighty mistakes so far in this playthrough, I do think that the certain death difficulty is leading me into a little bit of a false sense of security, because any other playthrough on certain death you would be punished severely, yet we have managed to survive 2 expeditions. The first expedition was it was played well to the point of forgetting that I had to get back to the boat. The second expedition, though, with the pyramid being in the adjacent tile, felt like a bit of a cop-out. So I feel that this next expedition is going to be quite hard. With that being said, though, we are training on fame to the point where I was mulling up whether to go to the hidden desert to go to the 3 tombs and therefore pick up 3 mummies which are worth 100 fame apiece, plus the portal where you've got a chance of picking up some more temples, or the hidden drylands where we have 3 guaranteed temples and a portal. Now the thing with the temples is you can have 1 treasure in there, you can have 2 treasures in there. If you have 2 treasures in there, there's a good chance that the fame accumulated by those 2 treasures are going to be higher than 100. But you can't guarantee that. Whereas with the tombs on the hidden desert, you're guaranteed 100 fame each time. It's a bit of a stickler. I don't know. Obviously, with deserts, we do need to carry water, although that's not going to be an issue because we've got so much carrying space. What to do? I think, whilst we've got lots of characters within our trek, we should probably hit the desert because we can carry lots of water and we've got the source to take down any mummies if they were to resurrect on the way back. So, with that being said, the hidden desert it is. Oh, I'll have to click again. After rising at the break of dawn, I hurried to the harbour. There was still some arrangements to be made, so I had one last pot of tea. Soon after my arrival, the trader approached me. He was impatient to see the idol we had obtained. Well, I don't think we even came across the village, did we? I don't even think we found the village. I decided to not give the idol away. It was mine now. Did we even have it? I don't think we even had it. The trader was furious at my choice and left soon after. A scientist approached me this morning with a request. He told me about a mysterious box that was buried somewhere in the area we were travelling to. He promised to reward us generously if we brought it back to him. Yeah, go on, why not? Let's do it. He nodded gratefully and wished us well. Before his departure, he warned us not to open the box. After the efforts of my past expeditions, I was delighted as I noticed a mild interest in our exploits. Who did I want to recruit? So, once again, we could go... I mean, the cook would be very handy about now. What the hell's that? Racist. Oh, they've changed the icon for that. I think they've changed the icon to that. It would be useful because we kill an awful lot of stuff, which means we can buy stuff for sanity. Really, though, because we took on the black market perk at the end of the last episode, I'd like to think that we're going to get a tent offered to us. So I'm going to say, we're going to keep the playthrough pure. I'm going to say, no, thank you. Only Gary's. My heart jumped with joy as I heard that our vessel was prepared to leave the harbour. So please have a tent. Bugger. Okay, in which case, what's that? Pickled eggs, not everyone's favourite. Ooh, they stack high. They do stack high. We're going to the desert, aren't we? So we've got plenty of dynamite. Rope, we could probably do with a bit more of. I mean, it's a toughie. I could have 15 pickled eggs for 75 or 10 chocolates for 100. I think I'm going to risk it with the pickled eggs in all fairness. That's going to leave us 58. We've got the dynamite. Torches, we've got 5 of. We're going to need 1 shovel at the very least. And rope, I guess. I'm not worried about taking medicine. No point in taking medicine. Yeah, let's take some rope. We take 8 rope. Let's hang on. So if we take 6 rope and we can take 2 chocolate, 3 chocolate, 4 chocolate. Oh, chocoholics. That'll do. Just in time, our vessel was prepared to sally forth. Oh, let's go. I feel like I'm missing something big time, but hey ho. You can only choose from what you got. And that's all we had. So that'll have to do. How big is it? 4? sailing in from the top. That's good. We can produce a loop. Early this morning, a shoreline rose in the morning mist. The land lay open in front of us, like an invitation to an adventure. Or, in Gary's speak, Gary! So, let's refill water. We're just going to take loads. I mean, why the hell not? We shall never want for water. We have like 20 pack Garys all carrying water. It's going to... Oh, rubbish. We're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. Can I not take any more? I was confident we already had packed sufficient water. Taking surplus water would surely add overburden to our expedition. Shrewd preparation was essential to our task. However, if the society statue was to be mine, we needed to strike out in haste. Look, I'll tell you when we've got enough water. And I say we haven't got enough water. We've got in excess of what? Like 30 Garys to give water to? And we've got what? 100? 100 water. You're saying 100? You know, that's like what? That's like 3.1 bits of water each or something like that. I don't know. I'm not very good at maths. I mean, I'm okay at maths, but not quickly whilst ranting. But that's not enough, I tell you. That's not... Oh, okay, fine. We'll go. Reach world free. Right, let's... I mean, do I just upgrade lots of Garys right now? I could do. Let's just upgrade Garys. Why not? Why the hell not? It's more dice, isn't it? It's more dice. All right. Onwards and upwards. So the only good thing about the desert is you get to see far. Oh, straight into the portal. That's handy. Let's do that. An ancient gate stood before us. A light swirling at its centre seemed to form some manner of portal. Ooh. Oh, we better enter. Without a second thought, we walked through the gate. A moment later, we walked out into an otherworldly landscape. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Okay. Oh. It's quite large. I don't think we're going to get time to see all of this. It looks like we've got a fair few fights along the way as well. Let's not push our luck. We'll sneak up. Oh, we found a strawberry. And onto the raptor. So, 2 raptors. 12 each. We should be fine. We should be fine. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's 1 down. And then 1. Hold on to you. Roll again. 2, 3. Obviously, this isn't too exciting. Oh, my bad. This isn't too exciting, so I'm not going to worry too much about panning out the well, let's face it, the face stomping of any raptor. Cool. We'll take it all. And onwards. Now, a crab could be difficult. If they've got any sort of group attacks, we could be buggered. I will not lie. Is it just the 1? 25. This could be a little bit more interesting. We'll see how it goes. So, you and you. You and you. You and you. You and you. And now you and you. And just to mix it up a little, those as well. And just the 1. So what was that? Ah, we're doing alright. We're doing alright. I mean, only... Oh, seriously bad rolls are going to mess up our day in attacking things in general. Overkill. Kill a giant crab. Did that. Oh, crab claws. Lovely. Right, so we need to decide which question marks we're going to be aiming for. I mean, do we push our luck and get as far as we can, or should we just see how it goes? We'll eat the strawberries. I mean, I'm not fussed about losing Garys at the moment. 100 or 100? We'll go for 100 and see how it pans out. I suppose, thinking about it, I probably should have bought a few of the machetes, knowing there was a portal, because as far as I'm aware, portals are always jungles. Someone was missing this morning. I looked around the camp and encountered Gary sitting on a crate, absently whispering to himself as he chewed on some meat. He was gnawing on a half-eaten human leg. I could not believe my eyes as I understood that Gary had been killed and cannibalized. Oh no. That's alright, we get a free stone head. Okay. I surveyed the curious overgrown stone figurine. Its cold eyes seemed to stare at us. Its presence made me uncomfortable, and I desired to move on. I saw a few items by the statue, which must have been put there by people from a nearby village, presumably in an attempt to appease the gods of the fat chin. Oh, yeah, we'll take it. Why not? And on to the next 40%. I mean, the odds are in our favour here. Or not. Ah, we ran out of time. Rubbish. My vision became blurry. I rubbed my eyes. When I looked up again, I was back where I originally stepped into the terrible portal. Oh no. Oh no. I mean, we've got to get back. Should we have a pickled egg? See how much it's worth? It's worth 8. Still 100 on 18. 40%. I like those odds. I like those odds. Oh, bugger. Strange bite mark. Gary insisted he heard a whining noise in the distance and decided to take the lead. While walking a few steps behind, I noticed him constantly scratching his neck, and I saw something that looked like an oddly coloured mushroom breaking through his skin. I wondered how he could not have noticed getting it, and told him to keep monitoring this, thing. Oh dear. Right, so we're back home. I don't think there's anything we need to drop off. You know what? We haven't been checking the bloody map. We need to check the map after. Right, let's refill the water. Right, so we managed to get an extra 18 water on that. That's fine by me. I mean... Fame 20, funds 40. It might be worth keeping the raptor skin. Let's put that in. Why not? Anything else? Not really. We can trade in the meat anyway. We've got lots of meat. The water will wear its way down. That's fine. Right, let's rest. Rest. We settled down and followed everyone to rest. Oh, and I allowed everyone to rest. Or hope seemed to be lost. Even the warming flames of the campfire did naught to ease our minds. I suspected the worst when I saw Gary creep back into camp with blood on his hands, fingers and lips. I searched with meagre delight that remained, but was unable to find Gary anywhere. Oh well. Meagre daylight. Not delight. So, happy that Gary's been eaten. As we prepared for departure, I knew we would miss the ambience of our vessel. Nevertheless, I was under the impression that the captain wanted us to leave the ship. Oh dear. Let's rest again. We prepared camp to catch our breath. It was a beautiful night and everyone seemed to enjoy themselves. All this travelling led us inherently to know each other's perks, habits and foibles. We discussed our different childhoods, which awarded me a greater appreciation of my team. Gary told me about how he was attacked by a big deer when he was a child. Since then, he had bore a deep distrust against them. As a child, Gary dreamt of becoming a translator. You mean more than Gary? Well, it's an aspiration, I suppose. On to 8. So once more. It was a beautiful night and everyone seemed to enjoy themselves. I took great pleasure sitting by the crackling fire and utilised the lull to record my experiences in my notebook. I noticed Gary watching me icily. Uh-oh, we're upsetting Gary. Which one? Who knows? Alright, so, yeah, Captain wants us to go, that's fine. Let's head downwards. Oh, it's another facey thing. I surveyed the curious man-made rock sculpture. The grotesque face seemed to stare at us. Its presence made me uncomfortable and I desired to move on. I noticed a few items by the statue which must have been put there by the natives of this region. They were surely sacrificial offerings. Oh, jewels. We'll take those. Awesome. You know what else I haven't done yet? Check this bloody map. Right, so, hang on. It's in some trees by a bit of desert. So far, I see no trees. That's fine. Let's crack on. Oh, we have a village. Well, let's go say hello. They're not too pleased with us, but we've got plenty of things to make them happier. We carefully approached a mysterious native village. The people here were a clan of powerful warriors and protectors of this region. Today, we reached the camp of a nomadic tribe. One of the natives spoke fluent English and introduced herself as Yokazi. She had learned English at a nearby mission. In perfect English, she asked us what we wanted from her people. Rest, I guess. I mean, we could recruit and trade. Trading would be good. I tried to explain to Yokazi that we required an enterprising lass or lassie to join our cause. She shouted something to the others and introduced us to her people. The villagers had been awaiting us. They surely had advance word of our arrival. They were cautious, but politely offered their help, perhaps to see us leave sooner. All right, well, let's have a look-see. Oh, well. Well. If we were to give you all the meat in the world, can we have the ivory, the jewels, the berries, and the spears? You can have in exchange a bit of dynamite. Can we have another spear? That works out well. Spears Spears combine very well with the normal attack dice, so that will work out well for us. I think that's good. And, well, I suppose we better make him a little bit happier as well. We shall give you... So how far are we down? We're down by 2. So we'll give you 3. We'll just keep you happy. Just tilt, sitting on the precipice of being really angry with us. That's fine by me. We got ready and sallied forth as new adventures could be waiting over the next ridge. Oh. What are you doing up there? What do we want to do? Do we want to go down? It looks pretty rocky. I don't think we're going to be venturing too far into that region anyway. So we can sort of write that region off. If we eat the strawberries and the berries. That'll do. We could do with a hill to get on, in all fairness. Aha! A tomb. A small pyramid just barely reached out of the dunes. It must have been some kind of grave built by an ancient civilization. A small opening led into the darkness. We stumbled into the pyramid. It seemed to be rather old and had remained untouched for a long time. In the centre of the room lay a stone sarcophagus. The smell of rot and decay filled the air as we lifted the cover from the sarcophagus. Inside we discovered a perfectly preserved mummy. All of a sudden it started to groan and limp towards us. Fight! Fight! 20. Yeah, we're alright. If we don't kill him in the first... Oh, got a bit overboard on that one there. If we don't kill him with the first round, I might throw a spear in, but I'm just keeping the spear for tradable items at the moment more than anything. They trade quite well, you know. I think we're going to be alright. Boom. So let us take that and move on as quick as we can. Oh, hang on. What's that then? Oh, the nasty bite Gary had suffered from had become terribly infected, and I thought I saw something moving underneath his clothes. One morning I found that he had transformed into an abomination. Is he a cannibal as standard? Alright, okay. Well, we've got a few Garys we can sacrifice to the abomination. Not many, mind. Let's explore. We arrived at a rock overhang. It would serve as a basic shelter against the elements. Tippity top. We settled down to recuperate. It was a pitch black night as we rested by the fireplace. I suspected the worst when I saw Gary sneak back into camp with blood on his hands, fingers and lips. We've done that bit. So another Gary has gone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, we haven't got many left. After days of resting, we prepared to head out again. The overhang had proven to be a perfect camping spot. Let's rest again. It was a warm and starry night. I awoke screaming from a nightmare. I dreamt that Gary had returned, but his face had melted like hot wax, and he tortured me for the reason why I'd led him into insanity. I still shiver writing these lines. And 87. I mean, do we do it again? Let's do it again. It was a beautiful night and everyone seemed to enjoy themselves. Gary approached me, told me about how much he relished our expedition and promised to follow my lead, whatever the circumstances. Oh, what a guy. Alright, well, we'll get past these mountains here. We'll see what's beyond. Let's go. I mean, we're good for water. Do you not want to travel that way? Do you not want to travel that way? I've got too many Trek members. Oh, so we can't even hold on to the abomination anyway. Oh. Well, get rid of you then, sir. To dismiss or not to dismiss abomination, such was the dilemma. I considered shouting at it, but for fear of retaliation, it would not vacate. I'll have to fight it then, I guess. What we got? 12 for 12. Alright. Gary doesn't like visitors. But, one more roll. There we go. All taken care of. What did he have? Bit of meat. We'll take a bit of infected meat. Why not? Why not? Okay, yeah, we can do that. We came across a stone circle that was obviously man-made. There are inscriptions etched into each rock. So, show me the ruins, I think. I'm not too worried about the settlements, although there is one more according to this. Oh, that's where we're going. So, let's go take on the raptor. Oh, you bugger. And that's this region pretty much written off. Just the one this time, though. So you, and you. You, and you. You. Oh, no, not you. You're blank. You and you. Roll! There we go. It's a shame we couldn't take the cook. Would have come in really useful. So, with all that being said, let's eat all the chocolate. And move up to whatever this may be. Oh, an abandoned camp. That's pretty useful. Let's see what's here. We approached an old campsite. There were debris of what seemed to be a failed expedition from long before we had stepped foot on this land. The meagre remnants were long forgotten. All the bones we found had been cracked open and, as it seemed, sucked dry of marrow. This place surely retains some trinkets of worth. I instructed the people to form small teams and investigate the surroundings. To our surprise, one of the rotten crates still held some valuable equipment. Chocolat. Chocolat. As we prepared to leave, I was concerned that Gary had gone missing. Only Gary had returned from searching and did not know what had happened. He assured me that they had decided to spread out and they had lost sight of each other. I was not sure what to make of this situation, but there was naught I could do. Oh no. And we've got, well, strawberries and chocolate, they go well together. Let's see if we can get us to this next question mark. Although saying that, we haven't got a viable way, have we? 41 out of 48. It might be worth us going back. 80%, 80%. Oh dear. Oh dear. I mean, I could eat some more. No, I can't. I'm guessing we have to be below a certain threshold before we can eat pickled eggs. Oh dear. 45 to get halfway back. I think we just need to push on, don't we? Let's just push on. Uh, 40% to get there. So we can't go above 50 sanity with pickled eggs. That's fine. I dig it. Oh, it's a mission anyway. We'll be able to rest. We entered the mission and were greeted by an old missionary. He was visibly relieved to see new faces, as he had been alone for quite some time. Right, let's access the storage room. The priest permitted us access to the mission storage room and promised that we would have all items dispatched to the civilized world for us if we were unable to retrieve them ourselves. Excellent. Take the mummy. Take him away. And the tusks can go. The jewelry can go. I think that's about it. That'll do. Right, so trade. What do you have to trade? Nothing that exciting, in fairness. No deal. We shall just stay. The priest was greedy. If we desired to rest in this cleansed space, we would have to make a donation. How many pieces of meat do you want, son? You want all my meat. All right. With his demands met, he permitted us to rest overnight. He informed us about a remote region that was said to host a seldom seen breed of white tigers. We made sure to indicate the location for our next expedition. The remainder of the evening was uneventful, and we soon drifted off to sleep. The priest inquired as to whether we could be further assistance. Yeah, we're going to keep loading up on you, I think. But, so, you know what? We still haven't kept looking at this map. It's going to be the death of us, I'm sure of it. Let's use the native trinket. And a few teeth. 4 teeth. That'll do. And I think that will be fine for the time being. I don't want to be using too much. He does cost a lot to be able to rest. I still don't think that we've actually come across where we need to be on this map. No, I think we're good so far. We do need to move on though. Onto the tomb. 48. I think this region's pretty empty though, so as soon as we hit this tomb, we should be okay. 20, 40. Let's hit the tomb first. A small pyramid just barely reached out of the dunes. It must have been some kind of grave built by a long-forgotten civilization. Oh dear. We stumbled into the pyramid. Mankind had not set foot here for hundreds of years. In the centre of the room lay a stone sarcophagus. Dust filled the air as we pushed the heavy lid off the sarcophagus. Inside we discovered a perfectly preserved mummy. All of a sudden it started to groan and limp towards us. Alright. Once again, you know the drill. It doesn't get too more exciting than this. I'm just going to kill it off. Hope it stays dead for the remainder of the game. And then, well, win. That's what it's all about. Boom. Just the one. Just the one. And, well, we've got to go down. I think it's probably worth risking it for 20%. I'm not too worried. We found a strawberry anyway. Let's explore the cave. We approached a cave. The entrance led into darkness of unknown depths. We required a torch to explore its secrets. Oh, we lit a torch and descended into the darkness. We found a small cavern scattered with the remains of what seemed to be a failed expedition. The rotten remains of what must have been a Swedish explorer with smashed features greeted us. All the bones we found had been cracked open and it seemed sucked empty of marrow. We were delighted to see that one of the corpses was still clinging to useful equipment. Not that useful, really. You know, it's empty canvas and some rope. I'll take it because, well, beggars can't be choosers, but even so. Nothing to get too excited about. Other than the fact that this region has now been officially explored. So we're going straight up to the next tomb. With that being said, we'll eat as many of these as we can. Yeah, I'm going to risk it for 40%. I'm not feeling greatly confident. I might have to fight a bird as well. Oh dear. Let's fight a bird. Just the one. 18 health. We should be fine. As long as we don't allow any animal to get a round in. Because if they've got any group attacks, because Garys don't hold too much health unless they're upgraded. Although, I suppose arguably I could upgrade a lot of the Garys a little bit. Then it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Oh, there we go. We'll take it all. Alright, 2. So let's finish off the eggs. And now we're kind of winging it. We'll just see how it goes. The tip of a pyramid just barely reached out of the dunes. It is likely to be a grave built by... Oh, I've read all this plenty of times today. Open the sarcophagus. Do we fight? We fight. Roll it. There we go. Sorted. And let me guess, you've got a mummy on you. Aha! Cool. Right, so this is where it gets interesting. Let's just check the map. No. I still don't think we've come across it. We need to head up to here. We're gonna take a penalty of some sort. Just right by the pyramid too. Bastards. That's fine. I dig that. Anxiety spread amongst the group. Gary told us that he'd been so nervous that he dropped an item during the previous leg of our journey. Oh dear. So, we explore this. The Pyramid of Gold was our goal, but for the claiming. Resourcefulness begets success every time. This whole adventure had been a string of close calls my ship awaited. Boom. So we got 30 sanity to play with. Let's check the map out again. Yeah, still nothing. Oh, hang on, hang on. Hang on. I believe it's there. I believe it's there. It wants us to take on the bird. Well, the bird is the word. You know what? What if we went that way? Right, let's take on the bird, because that's going to be a pain in the ass. Just the one. We can handle it. You know, if we lose another Gary, that's fine. I'd like to think we're going to get to the 6th expedition. But, you know, it is certain death. I wouldn't say this is easy mode. The fact that Gary, as a character, starts with nothing other than 53 versions of him means that ultimately, if you can get past the first one... Oh, there I am ranting away. If you can get past the first one, then you should be laughing all the way to the bank, he says. That's alright, I can afford to lose that. Oh, we got a strawberry. Nice. So, let's dig. After many exhausting hours digging and an aching back, our excavation proved to be of worth. The box! Take it. Oh, we've got 3 more question marks before we finish up. Okay. Well, let's eat the strawberry before we lose it. And we will go to there. 60% chance. I feel luck is on our side. Or not. I could swear I saw something pass by the crate with the mummy we had found a few days ago. It was as if a malign force was seeping from it. Gary started behaving strangely. He knows. He knows. We located a cave. Let's light a torch. We lit a torch and descended into the darkness. So, what we got? We have... Oh. Ooh. Oh. Well, we'll take it all. It's that one. Where are you then? Where are you? You are there. We're going back. Yes, we are. Right, so let's eat as many of these as we can. 4 of those. I don't mind risking it. 20%. We did it. We did it. Where's the shovel? After many exhaustive hours and a broken shovel, our excavation proved to be successful. Oh, a dinosaur skull. And 2 voodoo dolls. Why not? Why not? Let's finish off the beans. I mean, have we finished off the pickled eggs? Yeah, we have. Okay. Let's go. I mean, there should be another village here somewhere. Ooh, oh, that was unlucky. Oh. Everybody was lost in their own thoughts when suddenly Gary stood in front of the group and shouted into our faces and not all hope was lost. He expounded about never giving up, and after a while, we started to cheer and applaud ourselves. We somehow rallied the group and gave us new hope. Gary! Gary, 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 Gary. Well said, sir. Well said. Everyone rejoiced at the sight of water, a shining beacon of hope in the midst of this desolate region. Or rest. I instructed the trek to halt and allowed everyone to rest. It was a pitch black night as we sat and stared into the fire. The scorching heat of midday turned into a bitterly cold night. Luckily I was well prepared and had brought additional layers of light clothing. The night was perfectly still and I was alone with my thoughts. The nights were so cold. The water I was carrying froze. I had to heat up the water flask by the campfire to drink it first. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So we've just got the one place left. We're probably best resting once more. I instructed the trek to halt. It was a warm and starry night. It was a fine night. Gary laughed and joked as they sat on a supply crate and discussed poetry. Right, so up to tip-top fashion. Let's leave. Oh, we've got a fire now, which we have to pass through. Of course. Right, no, we're going to go around. The fire won't spread. It's desert. And it looks like the hyenas want to fight. And we've got a trader as well. Let's attack the hyenas first because we'll get some teeth. Then we can look at the trader. How many we got? 3. 6 health apiece. Shouldn't be too difficult. I am quietly confident. Oopsie. Oopsie. Roll it. Oh, we killed them all. Take it all. And then the trader. A wandering tradesman had pitched up camp here. The mysteriously dressed trader had a lot of valuable goods on offer. Most of them seemed to be the remains of other failed expeditions. He seemed to be in a splendid mood and presented rare wares that he had hidden under a blanket. Please have a tent. Please. None of that's a tent at all. What you got? Tome page of Homebound. Tome page of World Creation. Well, they sound very tidy. We'll take both of those. What are you? Treasure map, treasure map, treasure map. But we can't buy any... what's the word I'm looking for? Shovels. That's what I'm looking for. Crystal ball. We'll take that as well. Oh, we didn't like that. So we don't want... We don't want the canvas, the voodoo dolls, and all the meat in the world. So, does anything else stack? We traded in the masks before, didn't we? I mean, we could take some horn flutes. Might as well make it an even trade. Everything else I think I want to keep. Deal. The trader seemed anxious regarding our possible return as yet another failed expedition to raid his camp. Lovely guy, lovely guy. So, we have no food. We're just going to have to leg it and hope for the best, I think. 100%. So something's going to go wrong somewhere. There we go. Oh, anxiety lay heavy upon us all that night. Gary told us that he had been so nervous that he dropped an item during our last leg. You know what? That is a small price to pay. A small price to pay, I tell you. Let's do this. The captain greeted me as we approached our ship this morning. I felt homesick all of a sudden and wondered how much longer I would need to stay out here. Well, let's go home. I had achieved everything I wanted here. In a glorious moment, the ship left the shores. Our vessel set a course for home. I could not wait to read the story of our return in the newspaper. After such an endeavour, great joy overcame me. I knew that this name, Gary, would be synonymous with victory. There we go. Expedition 3. Done and dusted. A little bit better. A bit more of a run around this time. Oh, we came last though. Hey ho. But all in all, not too shabby. Incredible. Alright, what are you offering me this time? We do have the more perks mod on, so there might be something interesting here. We've got climber. We've got expert, which is a universal die. Okay. Or midge proof. I mean, it might come in handy having a universal die. I'm not too fussed by climber. I don't think. You know what? No, we'll go with climber. Stick to what you know. Huzzah! So, old Freddy's out. They've all got a fair bit of gold in all fairness. This could be very bad. We are trailing. We are trailing by a lot. He's like, what, 600 ahead of us? This is ridiculous. Alright, well, we're going to keep all the teeth. We're going to gift you. How much are the bird's feathers worth? They're not worth a lot. They're worth more on trekking. Along with the pincers. We do have a tusk, I believe. Let's sell the raptor skins, because we need something. We're going to keep the feathers and the hyena pelts. How much are they worth? 30 or 20 fame now. We need to bring our fame up a little, I think. We've got plenty to save, so let's gift those two. We'll reveal a prehistoric region on the world map when brought back home. So we're going to get that anyway regardless. Again, we could probably do with the fame. So we'll gift that. sell that, and sell both of them. Cool. We might be able to buy some treasures or something in the next expedition. I'm hoping I can buy a tent. That's going to be the be-all and end-all of whether we're going to win at this or not. Because if we can keep our sanity up and not lose any more Garys, that would be great. We might also be able to concentrate on getting rid of the ailment of the Garys we have at the moment, like cannibalism. That is not a good trait to have. So we'll have to try and get rid of them if we can in the next episode. Next time around, though, we can either go to the untouched Arctic, the strange jungle, the endless jungle, or the grand drylands. I believe the endless jungle is our fancy schmancy one from before. But hey, that's next time around. Thank you for watching. As always, a like is appreciated, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take it easy.